When it comes to email marketing and building out customer journeys in Mailchimp, automation plays a very large role. In this Mailchimp tutorial for beginners, I'm going to create an automated welcome email that will be sent out to people who sign up for our email newsletter. So to get started with our automated welcome email, we'll head on up to Automations, and from there we'll be taken to the Customer Journeys section, which is a relatively new feature that Mailchimp has provided us with. You'll notice that Mailchimp does give you several pre-made options here, but for this example, we're going to start from scratch. So go ahead and click on the Create from Scratch rectangle here, and then give your journey or your workflow a name. And then we'll go ahead and click on the Start Building button. We'll then be prompted to select a starting point, and this is essentially where your contact's journey is going to begin. Now we'll go ahead and select the Welcome New Signups option here. And from there, we're given the option to include imported contacts. Now it says contacts you've added to your audience can also enter through this starting point as well. I'm going to skip it personally, but if you would like to select it, go ahead. And then we'll go ahead and hit the Save Starting Point button at the bottom. Now you are going to need a paid plan within Mailchimp to start using the customer journey feature. However, you can build out a customer journey and preview it, even if you just have a free plan for the time being. So let's go ahead and add the next journey point, which is going to be the welcome email itself. So essentially someone is going to sign up for the email list, and then from there they'll get the automated welcome email. So we'll go ahead down to Actions and hit Send Email. From there, we can change the name if we'd like. Once you're done, go ahead and hit the Save button. Next, we can play around with the To and From settings here. The To field is set to the contact's email address, which is fine. Next, we'll have the From name, so that's the name that the contact is going to see when you email them, along with the From email address. Similar to the From name, this is the email address that your contact is going to see when they receive the email. So provided all of this information is correct, we can go ahead and hit Save. And then next we'll change the subject. So this is the subject line that will appear in your client's or customer's inbox. And then you can also add preview text to accompany the subject line. As you can see, this snippet will appear in the inbox after the subject line. So once you've gone ahead and entered both the subject and preview text, click on Save. Next, we have the schedule, which is essentially when you're going to send this email out. Now, because this is a welcome email, I would like for it to go out kind of as soon as possible, basically as soon as the person has signed up for the newsletter. However, if you wanted to, let's say you ran your business from Monday to Friday, you could remove the Saturday and Sunday options if you'd like. But again, in this case, I'm going to leave all options checked off. And then we have the time of day. So by default, it's as soon as possible. Or you could send it within a certain time frame. Again, because it is a welcome email, I'm going to leave it as soon as possible. And then I'll just hit Save here. And then from there, we can go ahead and start designing the email itself. You can use a previous campaign if you've got one, or you can build from scratch. Mailchimp then provides you with several different layout options that you can choose from. So go ahead and have a look through and then select whichever one makes the most sense for your email and your content. And don't worry too much in that you're not committed to anything. All of these layouts are highly customizable once you're in the actual design process. So go ahead and select whichever one looks like a good base for you to begin with. And this is where the fun really begins in Mailchimp. This is where we design the welcome email. So starting at the very top, I'm going to edit the logo here. I'll simply click on the pencil or edit block icon. and then hit the replace link. From there, I'm going to upload the logo and tagline. And then before I hit save and close at the bottom, I'm going to resize the logo a little bit because it is rather large. And then I'm also going to attach a link to it. Now this link will take the user to our website should they click on it. And then I'll go ahead and hit insert. Now you may notice that as you add images to your email campaigns, you may start to get little error messages saying that the images are too large. If an image is really large, it's going to start taking up a lot of space in the contacts inbox. So you definitely want to resize where you can. We'll go ahead and hit the Let's Fix It link here. And then of course, just resize the image. To do that, we'll go down to the bottom left-hand corner. And then we'll hit save in the top right-hand corner. As you see, the error message has disappeared because we've made the logo a bit smaller. All right, so I'm good with that. I'm going to go ahead and hit the save and close button. And then next I'm going to edit the background here. Now we do have the option to just add a color if we'd like. We can also upload an image here too. I already have an image here that we've used in past email campaigns for the header, so I'm just going to click on it and hit insert. And then next we'll move on down to the actual body of the email. So again, we'll hit the edit icon here and simply replace the text. Once you've replaced the text, go ahead and hit save and close. And then next I'd like to go ahead and add a paragraph. Now in this template, there is no text underneath the title here, but that's fine because these templates are highly customizable and we can drag and drop any piece of content that we'd like. So I'm going to go ahead and grab the text block here and simply drag it into place. And then again, we can simply replace the text. Now I have already written out the text in another document, so I'm simply going to copy and paste it into place here. And then from there, I'm going to make some of the text bold, so some of the more important pieces. And to do that, we simply highlight the text and hit bold up here, or just like we do in any other program really, we can hit Command or Control B. Next, I'm going to make this part bold as well. And then last but not least, I'm going to add a link to the text. Because as you can see here, we're saying as a thank you, we'd like to give you a free 50-pack of motivational social media quotes. And then it says you can download them for free here and use them as you'd like. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight download them for free here. And then from there, click on the link or the hyperlink icon. And then add the URL to where the file is sitting. I'll go ahead and hit insert. And then that way, when someone receives the welcome email, they'll actually get something for free, kind of as a thank you. It's always a good idea to give your new audience members something free if you can. We all like free stuff, and it shows that you're here to provide real value. All right, so now that we're done with that text, we'll go ahead and hit save and close. If you're finding this Mailchimp tutorial helpful so far, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more Mailchimp tips and tutorials. And then from there, I'd like to add an image. So the template came with 3 different images here by default, but I would like to only add the one. So I'm actually going to remove the last 2. Actually, because this is an image group, you have to have a minimum of 2 images, it looks like. So I'm going to delete this entire block here by clicking on the trash can or the delete icon. I'll go ahead and confirm. And then from there, I'm just going to go ahead and grab a single image and drag it over to the appropriate area. Next, I'll go ahead and upload an image. I'll go ahead and hit upload. And there it is. This is essentially a preview of the 50-pack motivational quotes here that the new subscriber can download. Although I added the link here in the text for the person to go and download the file, I would like to also add the link to the image itself. And to do that, I'll go ahead and click on link. And then simply paste it here, and then hit insert. And again, we'll hit save. And then next, I'm going to close out the email with a little more text. So I'll just click over here and hit Control or Command A to select it all. And then we can replace it with our text. Again, we'll hit save. And because this was really the end of our email, we're going to go ahead and delete the other sections that came with the template. If you'd like to preview the email so far, we can go ahead up to Preview and Test here, and then click Enter Preview Mode. So we can go ahead and have a look here to make sure that everything looks okay. We can also preview for mobile, just to make sure that everything is responsive and looks good on a mobile device. So once we're done, we can go ahead and exit it by clicking the X in the top right. And then really the last thing I'm going to do is edit the social media icons. The first one I'm going to choose is YouTube, and then I have the link that I'll paste into this field here. Next, we have the Twitter URL as well. And then if you need to, you can actually delete some of the social media icons simply by clicking on the X here. And then last but not least, we've got the website here. And if you'd like to add more links, you can do so by clicking the Add Another Service button at the bottom. We'll go ahead and hit the Save and Close button here. And there you have it. You've gone ahead and created a new welcome email within your customer journey. Be sure to subscribe to the eStoreKings YouTube channel for more email marketing tutorials and tips and tricks on how to grow your business.